It seems like a lifetime ago since I went through that hell with alcoholism. Every day was spent thinking about alcohol, devising means by which I could get the money to purchase alcohol. My life was a total shambles. It really is so difficult to believe it happened, although it was a period of 12 whole years in my life that I felt I lost. I used to drink 2 bottles of vodka a day, and at the height of my drinking, I would also drink surgical spirits, methylated spirits, aftershave, literally anything I could get my hands on, I would consume. I had a loving family and my parents and my sister. Yet all that mattered was getting my hands on drink, consuming alcohol, obliterating the way I felt, and going into oblivion. I become so addicted to alcohol that I felt I was out of control, seriously out of control. I only felt safe when I was locked up in hospitals or in rehabilitation centres. And so to get myself into these places, I would drink a lot of alcohol, and I would take painkillers, 80, 90, 100 painkillers. And then I would tell somebody, I would tell a member of my distraught family who would phone an ambulance, and the ambulance would come and take me into hospital, and there I felt safe. I honestly didn't know whether I wanted to live or to die. I honestly didn't know what was happening to me. I was scared to drink, and I was scared not to drink. My bed was often full of empty bottles because I'd gone past the stage of taking them out and hiding them. I would just sneak drink into my bedroom, drink it, and leave the bottles in my bed. And you'd hear the clinking of the bottles every time I turned. It was an awful way to live. I felt imprisoned in hell, which is very difficult to explain, and I really didn't think there was a way out. My drinking started many years ago when I was an entertainer, and when I was at school I loved nothing but music. Yet when I reached the age of 16 and I started to drink in pubs, then my drinking quickly escalated. I found myself not going to rehearsals with the band, something I loved to do. I found myself not turning up, staying in the pubs, then drinking before I met friends at home because I needed a lot more alcohol than they needed. Then the blackout started, that alcoholic amnesia. I can't remember what happened, and the next day I was full of paranoia and remorse, wondering what the hell I'd done the night before. It was a terrible way to live. I loved my parents, yet I would steal from them, something I would never do without alcohol in me. I would steal from them in order to get alcohol. Like I say, I love them dearly, and yet all their attempts to get me to stop drinking and to straighten myself out failed miserably. The only way I can describe my life back then was I felt like I was possessed by a destructive force that was out to destroy me. I honestly didn't know what was happening. On 2 occasions I nearly did end my life. I took tablet overdoses with a great amount of alcohol, and it was only for the swift response of the hospital staff that my life was saved. At the time, I wasn't particularly thankful for it. Today, I'm extremely grateful to them people. I drank, I suppose, to alter the way I felt. Although I was a very confident person on the outside, I felt very insecure and sometimes inferior on the inside. I also drank to counteract the futility that I often felt. What is life all about? I would have highs and then I would have awful lows, and the lows were unbearable. I couldn't face life. And when I consumed alcohol, for a while I didn't care. Alcohol affects the frontal lobes of our brain, where our inhibitions lie. And as we consume alcohol, we become uninhibited, which means we don't care. So this became very addictive to me. Drinking and not caring counteracted the way I felt. It made me feel a little better. So there was a very powerful psychological strategy in place. My relation with alcohol became dysfunctional very early in life. It became very destructive very early in life. I found that if I drank a little, it put the edge on life. My inhibitions were calmed, were squashed to a certain degree, and I felt better about myself. And like I say, this became extremely addictive, and I started drinking more and more, and then alcohol stopped working, and rather than help me forget about my issues and my problems, alcohol exacerbated them. I would do things I'm totally ashamed of in drink, and I wouldn't be able to remember. I was in a total blackout. And the remorse, the guilt I felt was unbearable. So what did I do? I drank again to try and obliterate the contents of my mind. But this didn't work, at which point I was distraught. I lost my job, I lost my family, I lost my home. I spent my nights on a rat-infested railway embankment. This is where alcohol took me. Today, I haven't drank for a long, long time, and I can't believe my life today. It's a fantastic life. I realise that the way I feel is determined by the way I think. And if I think positively, I will always feel good. I also know I'm a limitless bundle of potential today. My life is radically transformed. Today, I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm an author of several books. I'm a therapist. I travel the world. I have a fantastic life, and that life awaits you. I ask you now to come and join us on the journey from enslavement to enlightenment, on the alcoholic to alchemist journey, using the alcoholic to alchemist philosophy for optimal living. The word alchemy in the title doesn't refer to the ancient art of transforming base metals into gold. The contemporary meaning of alchemy is transformation of the mind, transforming your mental and emotional debris into your psychological wealth. So please, if you're watching this video now, I'm going to assume that you too are in the throes of alcoholism. I'd like to enlighten you. I'd like to give you the benefit of the experience of thousands of people who've utilised the interventions and the strategies involved in the alcoholic to alchemist journey. So come now, join us, and let your life be radically transformed.